Tiger Comics.
Tiger Comics.
Tiger Comics. What? Night Tiger Comics.
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. What's up, comic book junkies? You want your comic books? You know you do. Mike Smith going live for the drive. Does the work week seem too long already? Well, then you better get ready for some comic books. Because I got some cool ones. I couldn't stop pulling them off the shelf. I'm like, I got to show this. I got to show that. Ba-da-da-ding, ba-da-doom. But I hope you're having a good week already. I got to show the best book that just came in. Now I already own this. What's going on, Gotham City? So I sent this off to Jerry quite a while ago, and he leaf casted 2 other books for me. And I felt a little guilty. He's doing so much work for me. He says he likes it, but is he just really being friendly? I don't know. But he's a great guy. I told him just dry clean it. So he dry cleaned it, removed a little restoration, and pressed it. Exciting Comics, 51, September 1946, first appearance of Miss Mask. Schomburg cover. You see the little T's missing up here because somebody had drawn in the T with the black marker. What's up, Higgy? So he removed it for me so we could make it, I don't know what you guys call it. It's not conserved. It's not restored. It's just raw, normal, and glorious. Don Carter, what's up, man? So I had to show that. This has raised up now in my comic collection echelon. It's in the top 10 of my all-time favorites. And that doesn't change. It hasn't changed. It might change, but it hasn't changed yet. They just keep pushing them up. I guess nah. My top 10 they've been about the same for many, many years. But that's why they're the top 10. I just got this one in. Pre-code horror vampire cover. Just a sexy killer Marvel Tales. Number 15, September 53. Man, too many lights. The Vampire's Coffin. I saw it at a decent price. It was below fair market value, so I grabbed it, and it's a nicer copy. I don't know, 3540 maybe. Let's see if I have it on here. Oh, I got a 3.5 on the back. I grade my own books. It's cheaper, man. I don't have to send them off to CGC. And then I can pull them out and read them whenever I want. And I read this one a couple weeks ago. I'm so excited about all these books, but let me see what's going on here in the chat. We got all these cool guys hanging out. All right. All the brothers saying, hey, what's going on? What's up, library? Don Carter. Thank you, sir. Higgy. Iggy Pop Comics. And then Kevin at Gotham City Comics. Man, I keep hearing stories, Kevin, about all the great stuff you're doing and giving away. Or not giving away, but selling to the boys out there. Jambo's always getting these killer books from you. I'm getting jealous. So I picked this up. Where did I get this? This was last year in September. Werewolf cover. This is one of the issues where most of the stories, like the horror, subdue to the end, and maybe you might get a panel like this story. The werewolf cameoed in the second last panel and then full in the last panel. But, for what it is, it was still fun to read. Will Mac Werewolf. What did I say? Did I say September 52? People always make fun or ask me why I always wear sunglasses, but I have a light right here and it's like pointing almost at my face. That's why I wear sunglasses on camera. I don't know. I think it helps to show the books better. So this is a one I picked up years ago. I don't even remember when I got it, but it's just one of those books in your collection that is just one of a kind. And you rarely see. I see these maybe every 2 years. I'll see, issue sale. Gil Kane cover. I think this may be his earliest cover, but I could never confirm it. Meteor Comics, November 1945. This is a Gerber 7 for you dirty fanatics who have the Gerber guides at your fingertips like I do. If you don't know what the Gerber guide is and you think it's baby food or you know what I'm talking about, go way down on my channel. I did a little like 10-minute documentary on it. But the funny thing is, my wife told me last weekend, because I don't really keep up with her daughter, which is my stepdaughter, much. She goes, she got a new job. She's working at Gerber. And I just bought a bunch of Mylars. I said, for this company? She goes, no, for their baby food division. Okay. Cool Comics. Am I Really Batman? So I bought this in a slab. It was a 3.5. I busted that sucker out and I read the crap out of her. So this is from December 1957. First appearance of the Signal Man. Nice. It for 0.5, it looks more like a 5 to me. Maybe it's just too many spine ticks at the bottom, I think. So anyway, so that's Batman 112, the first Signal Man. So I wonder if he's the one that invented the bat signal. You got to get him, and I'm looking, so I'll put you on my list because I search daily online for sales, books, and whatever. And I've been passing on listings to a couple of different people because I already have all 4 of them. So I'll keep you on the list. Mark Spector, Dave, he bought one that from a listing I sent him. All right. So Live Drive, get ready, work week already. This was just a really nice copy, and it was half fair market value on my comic shop. I mean, I knew it right away when I seen it. And it's early, is it early silver? Yeah, early silver. Get library off the screen. And it's just a cool cover. I mean, there's so many, frequently they did covers in the courtroom with Batman and Robin. It was really weird. But this guy's mustache gets me all the time. I think this is a Sheldon Moldoff cover. It's just got that like late golden age kind of look, early silver, just in the art. It was like, this is a nice copy. What did I pay for that? I got the receipt right here. So before tax, before shipping, it was $66. So that's a great deal. But man, I think it was $12 after tax and shipping added to that. If I read it, as I put a little dot here, if I read it, and a dot here if I shot it in the video. The gangs, just be quiet. They're looking at the comics. So we got another big key Batman. I don't know if it's big. I'd say it's upper mid level key. But I finally picked up a high grade copy. I've been after this book for years. And when it was $50, I kept thinking that's too much. It's too much. This book has just slowly gone up. So to get a $50 copy, maybe, what was it, like 3 years ago, you pay $75 at the minimum. You're lucky if you get a nice one. So this one was $75 at my LCS. And the funny thing is, I went to a new gaming store here in town the week after, and I found the same Marshall Rogers run as this store had. And I've been looking for that run in the wild for years. And my LCS had almost all of it. And then the next week I went to another shop and they had like 3 or 4 books with the keys. I didn't pull it down, but First Deadshot was one of them. Oh, I got to put this in a Mylar. So Detective Comics 96, 1945, that the big title. You can see the wrinkling. I got this in a gold line. Is it gold line? Bag, and it's like the cheap Mylar, and after about 2 years, it starts to wrinkle. So I'm slowly switching all my books back to regular Mylar. It's expensive. I had 2 copies of this, and I bought one. I won it on an auction for $100. I put in a bid, forgot about it, and then an email like, "Dang, I won that," because this is like a $200. So I got one and I trade and some cash to Jesse Comics, and got me what did I get? A Captain, I think it was Captain, or no, Avengers #4 for Silver Age Captain America. It was missing the ad page, so I traded him that book and $200, I think. So I got it for $300. Here's another one. I busted out of the slab. Bam. Well, this is how we do it at Night Tiger Comics, man. We bust the slabs out. So 3.5. This is a really nice looking 3.5, too. This is a Catwoman story, and it also has a first appearance of a villain called The Match. It's a creepy cover, really, to me. Cool but creepy, like 1948, February 1945. This is what I bought with my COVID check. I was finding a lot of slabs at that time that were half the fair market value. And I'm like, I'll take them. 2 All-Americans, I think, in that book, and maybe one more. Continue with Batman. Do you guys have like a story behind all your bigger books, or like where you found them? Say you even find like a small book of nothing, but it's like high grade from 1972. You remember where you got it. You never forget. Number 244, Batman, a really nice copy. I mean, really nice. I was shocked when I got this for. So I brought, last year in January, I purged my collection of everything from 1990 to present. Look at these. So I got like 10 long boxes out of my collection. So I was giving them away. I was trading them. I took them to do 2 different LCSs. And one of my LCS in town, I just bought like a nothing book, like a whole long box of just probably 200, or I don't know, 300, because they weren't bagged and board. Some of them were. But I walked in, and when you walk in selling at an LCS or a store, you got to think you're only going to get 40%. You're lucky if you can get 40% of what that's worth, whatever it is. So I go in there with that in mind, and so he still's like, well, I'll give you $10 less. So he said, I was thinking 50. He's like, how about 40? Just take 10 off. I said, okay, whatever. So I walked around, saw this on the wall for 50, which still was a great price, and went over. And I've known the guy. I've known the owner for a long. When he first started his store, it was a different building. So I said, 50. How about you knock off 10 and give it to me for 40? So he said, okay. So I'm like, sweet. This book at the time I would have been after free, but it's just so pricey to get a nice copy. And it's a book like this, you don't want to get like a rag copy. So yeah, got that for $40. One of the wins, Smash Comics, The Ray, Lou Fine art on here. Gil Fox does the cover. This is number 17 from December 1940. Superman was barely a year old, or a little bit over a year old, maybe at this time. So you could see the explosion of superheroes from like when Superman was popular, when everyone, when they realized how popular he was among the public. Boom. I mean, everybody. of these. Man, I went to work at 3:00 this morning. And I put out that video showing that book, Exciting Comics, that Jerry did for me. Came home, mopped, did the dishes, did 2 loads of laundry, fed the cats. And I mean, I mopped the whole house, 2,000 square foot home. I mopped probably 85% of it. And then I came in here, did that video. Then I went to play Assassin's Creed and I could not stay awake. And I'm like, what? No. This is a recent purchase. This is a Harry Chesler. Actually, it's not a Harry Chesler. The issue before this was a Harry Chesler, and then Superior Publications from Canada. I don't know what the story is. Obviously, they had to buy the property. So they put original cover on it, and then they may put reprints in from early in the series. But Harry Chesler was a studio. He sold everything, so I'm sure he wasn't worried if he made the right amount of money for that. But just a great cover. Yeah, the Harry Chesler ones are the ones that are really, really extremely hard to get. I mean, this one and these other ones are really hard. I mean, they're still hard, but you can find them if you wait. The other ones you may never find. But anyways, number 19, January 1947. Real Seal Comics. You didn't see that, did you? That guy looks too corny. We need to get him out of there. What is he running around like a little dress or something? He's got a green dress, a red cape, and he's carrying a gun. Old Wolf, 65. What's going on? Excuse me. Can you guys comment on these things? I want to know if they're just junk. If they're cool. What do you like about them? Of course, if you're driving, don't be texting. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. This is missing the centerfold, but it's such a hard book to get. I mean, I don't know what I paid for that. But would it matter to you if it had the centerfold or not? That is just classic golden age looking. Robot. I wrote robot cover. So I can look like I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about. Did someone say coloring books? Did I hear coloring books? These were printed in 1975, but they're exact replicas of the 1938 ones, except for the back. It shows you all 6 you can get. So I got this at a flea market. The guy had 2 of them, $10 on each, and I said, "How about 15 for both?" And he said, "Yeah." And they've never been touched. So pretty cool. I love the covers. The covers look so cool. It's just a great display for the comic room. And it's in nice condition too. I got that one and I got this one. It says it's sad on the back. It's got it's just great giant colors. I mean, the cardstock, the heavy ink, classic World War II looking Mickey and Minnie and Donald, and they're over the airfield. So for $7.50, couldn't pass that on. This one I liked more, but this one still has quite an appeal to it that I put them over there on the table on the shelf. That's original Disney art, so you look it up. Whoever was drawing Mickey in 1938, I guess it couldn't have been too many people doing it. I don't think it doesn't have a signature, does it? No, it doesn't have a signature. But it has a number stamped on it. So does this one. So I wonder if that's like part of the run. Where's that number at? I I just saw it. There's a number right here, and there's a number on the other one. It's different and far away. So I'm guessing that's how they were counting how many were printed or what number that is in the print. So 750, I'll take it. What the heck? They had these at Ollie's. I forget how much they were. Oh, $3.99. I bought a bunch of them. I gave them away, a lot of them. Stuff like that. I'm always looking for what's like a really inexpensive but cool giveaway. So for $3.99, you do a little giveaway on the channel, or you do a couple books and throw that in. Voila. I'll pick this one up at a flea market, I think. No, this was in town at a toy store. There's a gaming store and a toy store. They both have comics, but they're way on the other side of town. So when I go over there, I hit them both up to see what I can find. I didn't find comics at this one that I wanted to get. The last time I went, they had a really cool Christmas Flintstone Charlton. It was really thick and it was in high grade for $10. I'm like, I'll take that. But they have this tiny little store, and they have quite an array of killer, all the popular characters, like all kinds of different versions of action figures and models. This is a really strange Blue Beetle issue. He's back. I never even heard of him before. So what the heck's the guy's names? Discombe Dismore. I mean, come on. Really? This is a pretty cool book, though. It's really thick. It's almost like a square bound. But it's just an odd cover. But the Blue Beetle makes it look cool, man. And it is white cover, and it's not bad. It's not bad condition. I don't remember what I paid for this. This is what I got years ago before COVID. I have my journey. Like when I first realized I could buy Golden Age online, I was like, what? Because I would go through the Overstreet guides as a young kid, like, oh, what is this? I'll never have that. So I'm always about the scarcity. I'm like, that looks like it's like one of a kind or whatever. And now that I could find them, I didn't have the job that I have now. So I was working like 9 to 5, not making a lot of money, raising 3 kids. And so I was going to flea markets or buying like Golden Age that, like, hey, even if it's nothing, but it's a Golden Age, I was like, yeah, I can find any Golden Age, and then after a while I realized, oh, but there's different stuff in them that people desire or that are cool or that I don't know about, like skull covers and stuff like that. But then you realize how expensive they are, but you start searching then for that stuff. Like, what can I cheap? Man, get that glare off there. Helen of Troy. I got this so my LCS had a short box and a half of Dells and Gold Keys. And there were some key books in there and doubles on them too. But I went in with one of those trades and I said, where's that box that you had of Dells? He used to have it under the counter. And he's like, well, I ran short on a box. I needed it. I stacked it up in the back. I think it was 100 and something. But he goes, I said, I'll give you $1 a comic if you sell them all. So he goes, okay. So I got like a stack of Dell Gold Keys like that. And I was happy. I mean, they weren't tore up. They weren't beat up. They were a lot of them were low grade, but they weren't beat up or tore up or nothing like that. They were all in good condition. At least a 2.0 or higher. There wasn't no fares or nothing like that. It was cool going through them and giving stuff away. And I found this at a flea market. What did I pay for this? I paid $5.90. It's a really high grade one. I don't know what this book usually. I think it goes for 30, maybe 40 in near mint. I remember it was like up to $100. What's the cool cover? It's a great cover. I mean, it really showcases his persona. especially with the lettering and everything. And then it looks like an EC book. All right, what's up? Hey, what's going on, brother? I am one of us. Steven Spock. What's the conversation today, boys? Okay, I better go quick. I got stacks of books here. How about Smasher or Spy Smasher? My goal was to get one Spy Smasher out of the series in my collection. If I could get one, I'd be satisfied. So I got one. I think this may be one of the COVID book monies. 2.0, busted that baby out. I don't think I read it yet, though. I just one night got up and busted them all out, one after another. Cool book, complete, full. Before I bought this, I was in negotiations with another seller on eBay. He had the cooler cover one. I forget what it was, like a dragon or something. But it was in pieces and it was missing those back two cards. The cover was detached, like 2 first wraps, a centerfold, something like that. And I didn't want to pay more than $75. And the guy would not come down. I think he had like 120. I was like, no, I ain't buying that. I spend 120 on a gold edge. I want it all together. Depends what it is, but not that book. I found this. So if you like me, years and years of looking daily, you get to know what's like the scarce stuff, what books you don't see out of the run that rarely come up for sale. Or if you see one and it's really killer, and you're like, I've never seen that one of that series. You know it has something. So I've seen it like 2 more issues after I bought this one. When did I buy this? Last year in January. But it's a really nice copy. And when I see this, I paid $27 with shipping and tax, $27. When I see this, Buck Rogers, Merry Christmas, I'm like, I got to have that. What other Buck Rogers Christmas cover have you ever seen? So this is a cool book. I've seen 2 more lower grade ones, but they wanted more money. Great Santa Claus cover, but I want anybody to tell me if they've ever seen a Buck Rogers Christmas cover. Because I guess that this is probably the first one ever. Famous Funnies. Number 173, 1948. No problem. Pay those bills. Ask your friends. Have you ever seen a Buck Rogers Christmas cover before? Okay, here's another cool one. I got this in Black Box, Silver, and Bronze. I can't remember his name. He doesn't do YouTube videos anymore. But he owed me some money on a book that I gave him or sold to him, which was a Canadian White with Captain Marvel Jr. punching a train. It was really low grade, but he wanted it. I gave it to him, and he owed me money for it. And he was moving here from Hawaii, and he stopped in California to get his car, and then he drove back over here to Tennessee, where he lived. So I'm talking to him on the phone while I'm driving truck through Little Rock, and I knew he was driving home cross country. So I said, "Where are you?" And he said, I'm in Little Rock." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What mile marker?" And so he mentioned like a mile marker that was 2 miles behind me on the road. So I was like, "What, dude?" I said, "Pull over because I'm right in front of you." So I said, "I'll pull over. You'll see me," because I was in the semi. So he pulled over, or I pulled over. He pulled up behind me, and he came out with a stack of comics. Said, "Yeah, I went to," because he was talking to me, over the week. He had gone to the shopping in California, lots of Golden Age stuff and great prices. So I think this is one of the books he got, but maybe not, because now that I look at the back, it was a different issue. But anyways, I got a bunch of great books from him because of the money he owed me. I got a Ghost Rider 1 from the Golden Age with missing the centerfold, and a Wiz Comics, and 2 other books. I don't remember. But anyways, this one I got off eBay for 62, which for this book, I think this book is probably in this grade, $200 maybe, possibly. I don't think I got it on video, but I think we did a video on it. But I may have. I don't think I did though, because we were on the highway. I don't think I did. I got a lot of meetings with Roger, but I do have a meeting with Joe too, but not that one. The Grail. We're not worthy. This is my Grail. Oh, I've been wanting this book for so long. I rarely want a Marvel book at any kind. I mean, I'd rather have this than Daredevil 1. So without Daredevil 1, I have all the black and red, or the yellow and black suits. I just need number 1, you know, and I know I'm not going to never pay what people want for it, so I'm not worried about it. What did I pay? This is a 1.5. Shipping and tax, 228. I went for it because I know this book is not going down. I've been waiting and waiting. Looking. I passed on one for like $45 or something. Probably almost 10 years ago. But Spidey's eyes were gouged out. I mean, it was like someone put a compass point in there and ripped his eye out. And I couldn't do it. And I regretted it ever since. I read this. It is worth every penny. I show this to my cousin, who's not a comic book collector, and he goes, "Why does Spider-Man look so funny like that?" I said, "That's the artist, man. He's just unique." Battles Daredevil. I can't stop showing this. I love it. I got my Grail. Cool. It's beyond cool, man. It's like freezing. So I got Christmas from my buddy Steve Codwell, or as you know him, I Love Disney and Comics. I'm trying to get him to change his name to Patch Rat Comics. I told him if he don't, I might use it. First appearance of Captain Marvel. This is a book I've been wanting, definitely not as much as this, because I knew it was attainable. And then when I read it, I'm like, I remember reading this. I think I've read it more than once before. It's not good. Gene Colan was just like at this period, he was just like trying to get his footing doing superhero books. And this and the first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy are very terrible. And don't get me wrong, I love Gene Colan. He's one of my favorite artists. But he was transforming over from, you know, like crime and romance and stuff like that. Superheroes a whole different ball game when it comes to drawing. Speaking of Marvel keys, so how's the work far, guys? I got to work 6 days this week. It doesn't bother me. I need to pay the bills. The wife needs the money. Yeah, another one. I got to rebag this thing. So first appearance, Legion of Monsters, Morbius, Werewolf by Night, Man-Thing, and Ghost Rider. Number 28, Marvel premiere, February 1976. Mastodon, what's going on, brother? Picked up a second copy of this. I don't know where it is. Dang, all these are in the Proline bag. I got to change them all. Picked up another pretty nice copy of this one at the flea market. I had for a little bit because I talked the girl down to like $30. I'm probably like, no. Well, I bought a lot of other stuff from her, and I always go there, and here I try to buy a lot of books from her. Oh, what is her name? She's a really cool. Her and her husband will sit there and we'll talk for hours. I'll go through her bins, and we'll just talk about life and stuff like that. I can't remember her name though. I got to get over to Webster, but it's only open on Mondays, and I've been working Mondays. First appearance of The Living Mummy. I read this one. I liked it. I thought this was a great story. Great art. Number 5, August 73. If you live in Florida, Webster is the best place to find comics, keys at a really good price. I've gotten so much stuff out of there. It's unbelievable. More than any other flea market I've ever been to. This I found online for $20. Last issue of Strange Suspense Stories by Fawcett Comics. And then the following year, Charlton uses the same title for a horror series. So this is a Fawcett book. I mean, look how low grade it is, but it makes it goes kind of with the witch's look because she's all wrinkled, and so it's like the ancient comic book with the witch, voodoo crush or curse. Yeah, one of my good wins back in the day. So it was 30 with shipping and tax. Oh yeah, you got to buy this whenever you can. This is Jungle Comics, number 87, March. What did I pay for this? I paid $17 for this on eBay. Yeah, you can't leave that. Even if you don't have $17, you got to beg somebody to buy it for you. One of the best covers in Jungle Comics, in my opinion. In one man's opinion. I know, they give me the shivers, man. The warm, fuzzy feeling. Man, some days I'll be like, the weight of the world is on me. I'm pissed off. And I walk in the comic room, and it's almost like the comics absorb it all. Like, and I'm like, I feel so good. Let me read a comic. Let me play some Assassin's Creed. Just lock the door. This is a cool one. I think this is one that I saw it on eBay for $50. And this was several years. This is probably like 6 years ago. And I'm like, I don't know. Should I buy it or not? So I showed it to 2 people. They're like, you're not buying that? And I'm like, I went there and I bought it immediately when they said that. And I don't know why I didn't jump on it in the first place. This is number 12. And it's a nice copy. It's probably a 3.5, but it looks a little nicer. So this is from September 53, Atlas Comics. Again, it's got that pro line. I can tell it's got a longer back, and it's wrinkly. I hate it. So $50. What the heck? And back then you had eBay bucks. So it's like you get a free comic after about a month of buying some stuff. Who remembers eBay bucks? Raise your hand. Don't turn away. Yeah. $17. That's what shipping and with tax. Yeah, so dang, is this a Pro Line too? Man, this definitely needs a Mylar. Yes, it does. Vault of Horror. What did I pay for this? Are you kidding me? Number 25, June 1952. Oh, I don't have what I paid for it. I know there was a guy, he had like 3 listed. Seemed like he only had like 5 things listed on his store or something. And 3 of them were like half of fair market value. Oh, and 2 of them were high grade. So I snagged them all. This was one of them, I think. I've had a few instances, like maybe 4 or 5, where one seller gets on, has a bunch like books, 10, 20, and then you buy him and he's gone. And they're always great prices. There was one guy one day was listing a Golden Age for $5. So I was refreshing the website or the browser, like every 2 minutes, and a book would come up. And I think I got 2 of them. And there were some good ones, but they were higher books with missing centerfold, and I should have grabbed them. I think one was an early Wings, like Wings number 6 or 4. All right, man. Let me know what you have and how good it was. I just ate. I made fresh caught salmon. So I put it in a glass dish, frozen, threw it in the oven. And when it was done, I set it off to the side, put it in the warming drawer. And then got cauliflower rice, okra, frozen, and put it in the pan with the juices from the fish. Let that cook till it was soft and just mixed it up, salt and pepper, basil, and put the fish in there. It was freaking good. I like this shirt. 2 of them from Walmart. This was another book I got for $50 off eBay, and it's a really nice copy. It's a really cool book. It's got so much to look at. Every time I show it, they start reading everything it says. The Witch's Cauldron, The Black Sorcerer, The Great Dropo. So one of the few really cool covers of early House of Mystery. I'm trying to get that 24 with the witch. And I had a chance at a copy, but it was missing like a quarter of the cover. And it was detached. And I'm like, nah, not for the. And like LCS, I think they wanted 100. And I said, I'm not buying that for 100. I'm going to throw in another $40 maybe and buy a nice looking 2.5 or something. It was like a 1.0. So that was House of Mystery. What number is this? This is number 13. Great number for that book. Nice greens, heavy greens. Sometimes you can't get a sense of these books until you look at them with the rich colors. And then the ad on the back. Easter Bunny. Look at that. Ooh, that's cool. I have to thumbnail this right here. Man, these Pro lines are pissing me off. They're so not as good as Mylar. Okay, so Canadian, higher grade, shark cover, wanted in an auction for like, I think 80 with shipping and tax. But these Canadian whites in this kind of condition are not that easy to find. So less than $100. Number 56, 1946. So these Canadian, this like Grand Slam, it started out with black and white interiors, and they might use like one color every couple pages, like a green or a red, and that'd be it. So that's why they call them Canadian whites. The cover would be two colors only. It's just a great shark cover. There's so many great Canadian Golden Age books. I have a bunch of them, actually. Here's another great one. This was listed as a 1.8. It had like a major spine roll, probably making it another half inches wide. And I said, oh, that's so easy to fix. And got it for $42 at my comic shop. And now it's like a nice high grade looking sparkler, number 37 from October 1944. Great Tarzan cover. I always like to pair this up with the dolphin cover from Showcase because they both have like almost identical color schemes. She's a dolphin. There's a shark. But just a great find. I'm always looking. So Tennessee Joe from Black Box Silver and Bronze. He's the one that told me, go to my comic shop, go on new listings, and then go through them daily. And I've been doing that. And I've been finding great stuff over the years for such a great price. I had some Canadian White at a party one time. I never heard of Canadian White. You had a comic book party? Was it pajamas? Thanks, library. Is it library or library? Yeah, I shouldn't tell you that I picked up a second copy of Showcase on eBay for $20. It's missing about this much of the cover. But for $20, other than that, it looks really nice. And I bought it. I'm like, I'll give this away as a great prize. And then I got it, and I couldn't let go of it. I couldn't let go of it. That art has like some kind of grip on you. Everybody wants that book, and nobody wants to get rid of it. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm showing comics. That's right. So, Golden Age. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Gratu Orlov, Dr. Gratu Orlov, whatever he's calling himself these days. He won the giveaway. If you haven't seen the giveaway video, I ran out of packing tape and wasn't able to get it packed up last weekend when I mailed some of the other stuff. So it'll go out it's probably going to go out next Monday. But the anticipation is probably killing you. Oh, yeah. So comic books, space action. Got that creature, get the damsel there. And you got the ray gun. Saturn in the background. Usual interplanetary adventures. Space action. Yeah. Look at his mouth. This is from number 2 from August 1952. It's a Gerber 4. We should play bingo with Gerber when I call it a Gerber and you guys have a bingo card. Gerber 7. Gerber 7-2. Yeah, I know. Reflection covers are cool. I just got this. I couldn't believe it. I negotiated with the guy. So let me tell you the story before I show it. So I sent a message to the guy. He had 200 on this. I said, how about 130? That's right. I said, what about 130? And I didn't hear from him all day. So I sent him another message. I said, do you read your messages? I mean, nothing snarky. And he said, oh, is at work. I don't have access to internet or computer. I don't know, whatever it was. He goes, but I really needed to get 150. I'm like, sold, man. So high grade, Gerber 7. So this and the last issue are just as scarce as the number 1 and number 2. Or actually would be 3 and 4. Wiz Comics, number 154, April 1953, second to last copy. Horror cover with Dr. Savannah. It even says Dr. Death, spine-chilling horror tale. What a great book. Yeah. What a great book, man. What's up, Rusty? You haven't seen him before. You should be watching my channel, man. You'd be seeing him all the time. Busted. He's busted, man. Rusty, come on in, sit down, hang out. Go get something to drink. Blonde Phantom. Yeah. Timely Comics. March 1949, number 20, was it 22? Her first appearance was in All Select Comics. That thing is so pricey, it's unbelievable. It's like tens of thousands of dollars. This is actually missing the cover part, and I had a printout, and I just slid it behind there. I might take it out. Make it look low grade, might be even like cooler. But the blonde Phantom, yeah, baby. Her and Phantom Lady were in a race to who was the best character. Oh, what about Miss Fury? I gotta read this. I haven't read this one. Number 7, 1946. Excuse me. I said I only would, if I could get one Miss Fury in my collection, one Blonde Phantom, I'll be happy. And this is missing 3/4 of a story page, but it was under $150 with shipping and tax. Would you do it? Would you get that for that price? I would go for the low-hanging fruit because I'm a reader and a collector. I'm not looking to flip, but if I want to find that book at a price where if I flip it, I can make 10 or more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might as well hold out so you're not wasting your money. Watching all makes me want to start. Oh, yeah. Don't read the Gerber guides because. So speaking of, you got to get some Jungle comics. I don't know who made that, but you need to get some Ranger comics. Ranger number 22, April 1945. Joe Doolin doing us a favor on the cover. So we'll put that away. I'm burning my hands on that one. I got that one like 6 years ago. So let me let's see. I have the date on the back. 3 years ago. Wow, it's only been 3 years. We got some Schomburg. I don't know. My opinion is Schomburg didn't do very good Harvey work. That does not look like one of the best Schomburgs. It's like they picked up some of his discarded art off the floor and made a cover out of it. Don't get me wrong. I love Schomburg. He's great. So this is the 12th issue of All New Comics, May 1946. Another surprise buy. Look at this book. It's complete. It's complete. Look at the condition. I paid my comic shop. I was floored with shipping and tax. This is number 2. I paid $114. The next week or 2 weeks later, they had another copy, slightly less condition than this one, and they wanted $500. So I'm like, I don't understand how they price their books. So I'm telling you, you can find deals if you look. It's a really nice copy of this. And you can even see it says 114. Great cover, Joe Simon. I actually have a poster over here I got from Simon Comics. One day I'm walking by that poster and I go, wait a minute, I have that. Here's another unique one. I have only seen like maybe one other time that this was listed anywhere. It's a great cover. Who's the artist? Jay Valu. Great underwater cover. You got the old time helmet there, the oxygen helmet, which looks more like a welder's helmet than it does the diving helmet. I don't know if her anatomy is correct around from the waist, but it's still a good looking cover. Her face and his helmet distract from the anatomy. Great colors, though. I paid for that. I don't even remember what I paid for it. August 1947, and it's number 123. This series I don't like because they don't actually number it. They put volume 4, number 3, volume 6, number 2, blah, 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 blah. And then you have to track down the actual issue number. Those are pricey. That's number 2 for $100 in a nice condition. Believe me, when I see a price, because I look at books listings, probably up to 1,000 a day normally. You know when you see a price in a book, and you kind of know right away, like your spidey sense goes off. That looks like a great deal. Then you do a little deeper research with one of those few times when you do that little bit of research, you come back, that book's gone. So sometimes you got to think about, do I take a chance on it now? Or a lot of times a couple of times I click on it without reading the actual description. I think I've only been burned twice, but not bad. Okay, JoJo, the Comic King. Really, I bought this because of the grade. But although it is a nice copy, it has a little hole right here that goes all the way through the book. So it's like a tiny little larvae or something laid there and just ate right through, just fell, kind of seeped through. But you don't notice it. And I see these books listed at 1.8 for more than what I paid for this one. Shipping, tax. Okay, it was more than I wanted to pay, 182, but you're getting about 160 to 180 for a 1.8. That's what I've been seeing consistently now. I don't know. I haven't checked sold listings, but so I thought it was a decent investment book. It's got a really good looking, good girl. You need some JoJo in your life. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, I just got this in. This is a book I put on my comic shop save list, and it was there it was there when I went to buy it. So I had it on there for quite a while, maybe 2 months, but it was always on my mind. There's always these books that I look at and I can't get them out of my mind, and usually I'll end up buying them. I have one right now that I can't get off my mind. I was going to buy it today, and I'm like trying not to spend money because I just paid the government a couple $1,000. But anyways, so finally I went and got it, but it was like I looked at other listings and they were asking less than half, about half what everybody else was asking. And some of them weren't as nice as this. They were like 2.0s, 1.8s. Quality Comics they had a 1.8 copy and wanted almost $200 for it. So what did I pay for this? So this was another My Comic Shop. Shipping, tax, 134. So it's 115. So the other ones are 1.8s are going like 180, 170, 200. So I thought it's a really decent condition. And I've been buying a lot of pre-codes and finding this little sticker on them. So I'm pretty sure they're all coming from the same person who owned them. They listed like the artist on the cover and the interior of this little sticker. And I try to remove them, but it leaves like a lighter area. So I'm like, I just leave it. It's part of the book. This is a cool one. Really cool. It's just odd. It's so odd. 1944. It's from Consolidated Publishers. It's missing the center, but I won it at eBay auction years ago for $10. It's just one of those books that I really would never want to let go of. It's just so cool. Interior stories are really awesome. This never appears inside the book, but Lucky Comics #1. Really tough book. I mean, I never see this. I don't think I've seen this for sale ever. But who am I? So the reason I mentioned prices, I always like to do that because I want you guys to get inspired to buy Golden Age and know that you can get stuff at a really good price. You're paying less than what you pay for a Marvel key. Probably. I mean, if I'm showing you books like this, I got for $20. Now it's missing about that much cover. But Bomber Comics #3, 1944. It's got the skull. But I had a good girl right here, like a nurse or something. But it wasn't there when I bought it. Superhero book, not pre-1945, complete, $25. Chick-ching, I'll take it. Bomber Comics. I just did cool others, like really cool Bomber Comics. What's the guy with the little lampshade or whatever that is? This is Wonder Boy over here. I don't know who that is. Victory something, maybe? Man, I mopped the house and I was folding up a rug today and I smelled it and I started choking like I couldn't catch my breath. So I finally put the rug down quickly because I was just unfolding it. And now I'm like stuffed up all day long. It's probably that Febreze pads. I did dishes, came home, went to work at 3, came home at 9, did dishes, mop. I said this already? I think I did. Mop the whole, I don't know why I did that. I was so tired. This is a cool one. This I bought at the flea market for $12. It had a spine roll, and I pressed it out, and this thing is in really nice condition. For $12, this is like a $400 book. In higher grades, these go for money. They're usually falling apart. 2 O's, 2 5s, 1 8, 1.8s. So Cowgirl Romance is a really nice copy for a Golden Age book. I'm telling you, this flea market by me, it is really good. Cowgirl Romances, that's #3 from 1950. Webster Flea Market, $12. January 9th, 2023. So that was New Year's Day. They're open on Mondays. New Year's Day was on a Monday. Another one I got cheap. What did I pay for this? $22.88. And this is the scarcest book of the series. The Hooded Horseman with the gypsy on the cover, tied up to a pole. Number 26, December 1952. This was on My Comic Shop for $22. 88 cents, November 2023. I've been looking for a second. Every time I find books like this, I start looking for a second copy. I have not seen one. So I checked this title. Like, I have certain titles that I'll check when I remember them, and so I haven't checked that one in a while. The Hooded Horseman. Let's see what Old Rusters. I need to check out my comic shop. Yeah, you do, man. I got a couple Marvel keys because they were just missing the ad page for $12. Silver Age stuff. I have one up there. I can't remember what it was. Don't remember. Oh, this is one of my favorites in my collection. This is a 2-issue lot that I bought of this title for eBay for $15. So this one ended up being $7.50. they were at one point they had been like soaked with water because when the other one came, I took it out of the bag. It's just completely split all the way through all the wraps. Now this one is still attached, but the more I handle it, because the staples are rusted, the two of the interior pages just lifted off the staples. So I read it once. I gotta put this in a Mylar. It's in a Proline. But this is one of those books, and I've seen one since I bought this in 2022. I've seen one for sale. I tried to get it for $100. I kept going up to, I think I went up to 140, and he wouldn't budge off 200. It sat there for quite a while. I don't know if he sold it. I haven't checked. But when you get it for $750, it's really hard to pay $200, even though it is such a cool cover. Let's get Rusty off the screen there. It's so unique. This was a gift in one of those boxes from my buddy BWD. Or was it? Oh, no, this is from River Monster Comics. This is one of those ones I told you, if you were here earlier, I got that deal with a stack of Dells and Gold Keys. This was one in there. I thought this was really cool. I love that pink back sky. Painted cover. Ray gun. The ray gun in the leather holster always got me. That was like so like 1940s, 50s. Space Cadet. What is this? This is number 7 from 1953. That's worth $1, right? I think I paid a little less than $1 for it. Probably like 80 cents. Another cool one. December 1945. Dr. Styx in this issue. Who's this guy down here? I don't know. Treasure Comics number 4. Dr. Styx. It's a great story. It's got great art. As it says, is one of his weirdest adventures. It is a really weird comic. It's so cool. He's got he's the superhero, but he's got like a horror look to him. Another with the trope where the superhero is bigger than anything. Just screams Golden Age. Ah. Wow, man. What? Say what? Mary Marvel? What is that? Crystal Ball? Last issue with Mary Marvel in it. Or on the, yes. This is the last issue. Curse of the Keys. After this, it becomes Ozzy and Babs or something like that. But Mary Marvel appears. I think maybe DC had picked up the property. This is from no, not yet. 1947. That's weird. I never understood why they took her out of there. Lashenda West. Hello. What's up? Doing good? Just thought I'd share some of these books. I'm not doing a lot of edit videos like I used to, so I feel guilty. And I had some time and the wife wasn't home from work. I said, hey man, let's show some comic books. People will be coming home from work. They need some rest and relaxation, some therapy. This is a nice World War II looking. Look at that. With all the bombers. I don't know what they are. I don't think they're bombers. They may be. Just really cool. Those are the Rangers. The Junior Rangers. Bob Wire. They're at the front line. Leading the charge. Tommy Gun. Colt 45. Come on, man. This is from summer of 1943. It's number 4. I got this so long ago. I don't even. Oh, I paid $86 for this. What? 86, man. That's a freaking steal. Headline comics for the American boy. That's a steal. I overpaid for this, Key. I know it. I knew I was overpaying, and I was willing to, because he had sold me a stack of DC horror books at like $2 a piece. So I said, I actually got him down though. He wanted 80 for this, and I looked it up and the condition and what was selling. I said, because I think this is like a 4.0 stand. So I said it's like $40, and he's like, well, how about 50? Like, okay. No, it looks good. I read it. I had this book when it came out, and I could never get it back once I sold it, because I was not willing to pay what people are wanting for this. So now I have all the Black Suit issues, Team Up, Secret Wars, Amazing Spider-Man. I got to get them all together for a photo. Got to get them in a reunion. So that's number 252, May 1984. When they changed Spider-Man, I hated it. And I stopped reading Spider-Man. I said, once they change it back, I'll go back. And I couldn't believe how popular that got. Unbelievable. I'm not a I like Venom. I think he looks cool, but as a character, I don't like him. I just picked this one up. This is one of those books I told you see it, you can't get it out of your mind. This one sat on my watch or my save list at my comic shop for a couple weeks. And I was surprised nobody bought it. It was only $100. Don Heck cover, number 5, May 1953. Nice werewolf story in here. This book delivers on gruesome panels, story. And again, it has that sticker right there from that collection. But this book delivered in every sense of the word. It was like an Archie story. And then it got gruesome. The boyfriend turned into the werewolf, was murdering people. And the girlfriend shot him in the heart at the end. So yeah, this one delivered. That's from 1953. I think I said that. That's a great cover, man. Don Heck. I really don't like him, but I have to say, that cover looks so cool. Weird there. What do you think? Is it all right? Is it an okay book? What do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? A 2? What do you guys scale that book at on 1 to 10? 12, watch it. Not bad, not bad. Oh, what else? Yeah, I've always been like on the back burner trying to collect Golden Age Daredevil. Early issues. Once they get past like 22, he's not on the cover as much and less. The stories aren't about him. I don't know why they did that. I guess the kid group thing in the comics was popular. But anyway, so was happy to finally get this. Nice, decent copy, number 19. She's being buried alive. And what's the guy's name? The Gravedigger. How cool is that? So what was this? With shipping and tax, it was like $136.80. So what was it before shipping and tax? $120. So not bad. These books are in this condition are right around the $200 range. And I read this. I've read a lot of Daredevil. It's a very intellectual style of writing. What is it, Lev Gleason? I think his wife wrote a lot of this stuff. It's a very mature book. It's not like focused on the villain hero conflict. it's more about the personal lives of the kids. They're always like trying to hook up the guy Daredevil. He's actually an attorney with somebody else that appears with another girl in the book. And it's really weird because he walks around basically always in his Daredevil suit. Even when it should be like a secret identity scene, he's talking to this woman. They go on a picnic and all this stuff. And he just keeps wearing the suit. It's really strange. But that's in most of the books that I've read, but it's really good. It's like a soap opera. It's compelling. You want to keep reading it. Hitler cover, Mussolini, another $100 purchase. These Hitler covers, man, they're hard to get and they go for money. $250, $300 is like the low average for low grade, especially in an auction. This is from 1944. You got Uncle Sam there, number 46. There's the real champ. Great cover. Bonnet stamp right there. All right, take care, Rusty. Right? Yeah. Yeah, he does a great job on that series. All right. So how about some Bernie Wrightson? Do I hear anybody? Bernie, step up to the plate. Time to do a couple Bernie books. Because I'm a Bernie out or Berniac. This is an affordable one. This is one you can find in the wild. I don't know what eBay prices are on this, but I found it at my LCS. Werewolf cover. I think I paid $3 for this book, if I remember correctly. Just a really great book with the trade dress and everything. Bernie is a master at shadow, placement, shadow, layout. You don't have one werewolf, you got 3 werewolves. He probably had one, and they said, oh, you got to fill that space in, and he put 2 more. Just the woodcutter. Looks Russian. Nice little stamp over here. So that's one Bernie book. That's Weird Mystery Tales, number 21. I think it's August 74, if I remember correctly. Or no, 76 as the banner. Okay, that's one Bernie book. Any comments? I was watching a video, Froggy or Friggy the Flipper. He does yard sales and then he sells online. He went to a yard sale and they had a little over half a long box of comics, and they were all 60s, most of them anyway. And they wanted $450. He got it at $350. And when he went home, there was House of Secrets 92, but it was missing the cover like that on this side. But still, that's a $350 book in that grade, because I think they go for that without covers. Okay, Bernie. Speaking of Swamp Thing, Bernie picked this up at a local show. And it was funny because the guy goes, Night Tiger. And I'm like, I didn't know who he was. And his buddy was helping him sell, and he yelled over, hey, this Night Tiger. So I meet a lot of people, over the years and a lot of shows. I can't remember. I don't remember. But I say, watch the channel. So anyways, he sold me this at a really good price. I think I paid $8 for this. I didn't realize how pricey it was until I got up home after a while and saw people showing it for a nice copy. And he had like an early Spider-Man non-key issue. What issue is that? I don't remember. Like 10, 9, I don't know. And he wanted $50, and it was like a 0.5 falling apart. But the cover was all there, split, and I passed on it. And everybody, when I showed them online, they were pissed at, why did you pass on that? What's up, Dinksy? Dinksy. I got that right. From the UK. Nice. My ex used to live in Hull. My kids are actually half British. So that makes us brothers. So one more Bernie. This is a great one, too. Unfortunately, it's only like half of the cover or less. But I like these panel covers, though. Nice centered prices up here. Look at the horse's face. Every time I look at this cover, I see Kelly Jones. I can see how Kelly Jones was influenced. Because Kelly does a similar clothing wrinkle to that. I mean, it's almost identical. He copies Bernie's style on that, which is beautiful. It's a great. This is number 425, July 72. Look at the faces. All the faces are lined up in a line. That's so cool. So that's my third Bernie for the night. So I hope you got your Bernie fill. Dr. Gratu, we mentioned you earlier. We were congratulating you. I had everybody singing. Which cover is that? This one? The Green Detective. I never heard of that. Was that a series? Sleestack in the house. Man, I lost 2 viewers. What the heck? First appearance, Strange Tales, October 205, October 67. Anybody guess? Strange Adventures, number 205. Anybody guess what it is? First appearance, The Dead Man. Always one of my favorite characters. I think early on as a youth, somehow I got a hold of a Strange Adventure issue with Dead Man, and I was hooked. Thought he was the coolest cat ever. He looks like Daredevil, and Daredevil's one of my favorite superheroes. There's just some funky looking arms there. It's like, why is his suit so loose? It almost looks like he's trying to do a Kirby impression with that cover. Which this is, what is that, a Gil Kane cover? No, not a Gil Kane. Who drew the Flash? Carmen Infantino cover. Yeah. So that's a book. It's a key. It's in my collection. What the heck? Yeah, I was years, and I finally got this one for $184. That was back in 2022. What is it worth now? That's what I want to know. What grade is this? It looks like it might be a 2.0. I don't know. Dinksy says. Oh, cool. Do I have my heavy metal out? I have a heavy metal right here. Boo, 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 boo. I found this at the flea market for $1. When I seen it for $1, when I see this heavy, and I ever see these at, like, they have a whole run, I always look for the key issues, the Fazettas. I got a few Fazettas. I have number 1. I got their Fazettas, and a number 1 at my local LCS for $1. It's just a cool cover. I love it. I remember when this movie was popular and it was out, I never saw it. But because I was into rock and heavy metal, I had a great soundtrack. And Sammy Hagar, man, he just killed it with the song. I also found this at the flea market. Now, I don't know what kind of heavy metal you're talking about, but this was $3. Thrash metal #1, baby. Would you pay $3 for that at a flea market? Heck yeah. Dave Mustaine. Black Friday. Killing is my business. Well, if people know what they have, they're not low priced. But if they're just dealers, you can get a stealing deal. Oh, what else do I got over here? This is a Christmas cover. Superman, great story, read it. Action Comics, 105, February 1947. Bought this in February for my birthday. The guy had this listed for $2.99 on his eBay store. I put it on my watch list. And a week later, I get a message says he sent me an offer for $149. And I'm like, what? $149? It's already mine. Complete. It's low grade, but come on, man. I love Christmas covers, and these super ones, especially the DCs, they go for big money. So happy to get that. Heck yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I went through my stack already. So I just pulled this out. I'm gonna read it. So it's on out of the Mylar. I was looking at the art, checking it out. It shows you in here the sketch page for the cover, which I thought was really cool. It actually looks better. I wish they'd cover it up with all these words right here and here, because that is a great, great piece of art. They should have made her a little taller too. Anywho. So I'm reading this. I just read the first story, and now I'm on the Shaggy Dog. So that proves to you that I do read my comics. I just don't buy them to look at. Okay, what else, peoples? What else you want to see here? Are you done? You get enough? Or should we look at something else? Because I can pull a few books. What time is it? 6:12. All right, I'll go to 6:30. Let me find something else. Walk around the room, pull some stuff down, show some cool books. Whoops. Uh-oh. That's never good. I just like to share with you guys, man. I gotta share all the cool stuff. All right, what do I got here? What do I got? I found this at the flea market. No, where did I find it? Somewhere. But it was, it was at my LCS. And I forgot I paid for it. I didn't pay much for it. I'm thinking like $15, I think. So really cool. This is how I hang stuff on the wall. I put a little slit here and then hang this up in there, and I can just pin it on the wall. I used to do it through the backing board, but I felt nervous every time I'd come in my room and see him like that pin so close to the cover. This was a gift from a friend, or we did a trade. I don't remember. I think he just sent it to me. It has a sticker on there. Steve Ogden, the collection of Steve Ogden. This is the next appearance of Moon Knight right before his #1 series. So I guess you could call it his fourth appearance, maybe. I don't know if you guys want to hang on, but I gotta be right back. All right, I'm back. Flea markets are the coolest place. I found this there too for $1. This is from 1977. It's like a half comic. I mean, there's like a lot of graphics, but there's like story also. Golden Little Book, not Golden Little, Golden Books. Nice photo cover. This is what my dad looked like. A lot of people would say, "Oh, there's Starsky." I found this for $1. This is Charlie's Angels #1. It actually says #1. Has my favorite angel, Cheryl Ladd. I was never a big Farrah fan. Not that I didn't like her, but when they had Cheryl Ladd come on there, ooh man, I was in love. #1, 1970. So these are both from 77. What are these people saying down here? Anything intelligent? A very short one. This is your checklist. I should name the title checklist. Jacqueline. Oh yeah. Definitely. Cheryl Ladd has a TV show from 1991 or something. One West Waikiki, and it lasted one season. And you can't find it. You can't find it on DVD. You can't find it on any streaming sites. And I'm like, I've been wanting to see that show for years. All right, we need to pull some books, people. We need to show some stuff. Come on. People now. Do-do-do. Whoops. And boom, boom, boom. And boom, boom, boom. This should make it to the end. Oh, don't. Can you see me? Don't look. Turn away. I got this in Dominican Republic one Christmas. It has Marvel and DC mixed in the package. And it's made in China. So you know they're illegal licensed toys. I just thought that was cool. I had to get it. So it's in like a smaller town in the mountains in Dominican Republic. So there ain't many white people there. So when I go, I'm noticed. So when I was checking out, when I was grabbing that, like all excited, the people were like bewildered, like, what the heck's going on with that dude? Because I'm a grown man, and they don't see that a lot. They don't see people like collectors. It's just normal people, and kids are the only ones that like go up for that stuff, young kids. So she was checking out as a place. It's like a Walmart, and the cashier asked, "Why does he want that?" It's like, why does a grown man want that toy? It's like, so. Anyways, it's a trip to go there. I don't speak Spanish, but I have no problem interacting with everybody. I looked on there and it couldn't be played. I don't know what that is, but I saw that. But I didn't see what Internet Archive is only a place that shows you all the streaming sites. It's not really a streaming site because I checked that out already. Okay, this is another $20 fine. The guy had two different issues. I grabbed them both. Even though it's missing that little part of that corner, other than that, it's really nice. It's complete. It's got their main villain, Crazy Quilt, on the cover. I think that's his name. Yeah. And then he was used in Batman later on. I don't have the year and stuff on this one. Number 22. Oh, July. It's got to be like 45, 44, 45, 46, 47. Let's find out. Because this should be written on the back. It really should. Captain Tootsie. He's not a cross-dresser. What year is this from, man? 47. Splash page by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. Cover by Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. That's a nice copy. It's just missing that corner there. What the heck? $20? Got that trope again where the superhero's larger. I think Jerry Robinson started that in the Detective Comics series. Okay, am I ruining this book? I've done it before on camera. Okay, what time is it? Okay, 21? Yeah, so I got 9 minutes. Been looking for one of these for a while. I said I wanted one issue of the funnies that has Captain Midnight in it in my collection. Just happens I had to find this higher grade one for cheap. And it was $79. Is that right? Yeah, 79 with shipping and tax. So probably around $60 or 62 or 63, which is a great deal. And then my comic shop had two other issues come up. Low grade 1.820s for like 100 and something. And I'm like, I can't do that. Phantasmo. This is a really, really good superhero. I have a couple issues and I enjoy that series. It's really far out. He grows really giant and he wears this uniform. It's like transparent. Really strange. But the stories are really so far out there, they're fun. My comic shop purchase. The Shadow. Shark cover. They had two 1.8s. Is this a 1.8? So normally, yeah, it's a 1.8. They grade it a point lower than it normally is. So it's like a 2.0, 2.5. They had two copies on there, both 1.0s. This one was 110, and the other one was like 130 or something like that. And the defects were much worse. The cover was detached. It was dirty. So I'm like, this was a no-brainer. Great shark cover. And I'll tell you, Shadow Comics, it's like written for like 7-year-olds. That's how bad it is. 7, 8-year-olds, So I didn't really enjoy the story much. Busted this one out of the slab. Anybody saying anything good? Can't link to it. You can link it to my Instagram. The immortal Biggie Shack is in the house. He's gonna live forever. This was a Centaur. I think I bought this with COVID money. what I paid for this. No, I bought this in 2020. But Centaurs are really tough to get. It's a pretty nice copy for you. I busted it out. I read this. The writing's not that good, but it's the superhero is just so cool that you don't care what the story is. The purple, he's like purple. He's got this long cape. He lives in the high tent in the circus fair. It's really weird. It's so cool though. It's so early too. It's 1940s. So Superman was not even 2 years old at this time. Amazing Adventure Funnies. I think it was only 2 issues. But again, it's a Centaur. This book, I think I paid a little over 100. It's probably like a $500 book at least. Most of the time you see them, the covers are falling off. They're split. They're not all there. Pages are coming out. Did I trim this? No, I didn't trim it. This was one I waited and waited for years. As I'm not going to buy this book until I find it for $50 or less. So I won this in an auction. It's missing the centerfold. But it's really tough book to get. I mean, I see maybe one a year get listed. Something like that. The Face, #1. So yeah, I $49 with shipping and tax. Auction win March of last year. So it's only a 4-issue run. The Face is the first 2 issues. And Troy Trent are the last 2 issues. The 3rd issue, he's not on the cover in his mask. And he's in a story in #3. But in #4, he doesn't appear in it at all. It's really weird. Or no, yeah, there's no mask story or face. So I'm looking for #2. #2 is even harder to find than this one. And it's an all red cover. And it has like a horror font. The Face. And it's like a box. And he's standing right here in a trench coat. I want to get that book so bad. 3 minutes. Here we go. Got 2 of these. I got a higher grade one and then a lower grade. Let's just say the other one's dirtier, has more creasing, but just a really cool book. Really tough to get this book too, but I see one every other year listed, maybe every 3 years, something like that. Kid Eternity #19, just one of the best skull covers there are out there in the Golden Age. And it's a double skull. Masterman. That's from 1949, #15. Now we got an all-new comics with the Green Hornet cover. July 1946. I need to take this one off and soak it. It's so dirty. But look at that. Look at that. I like this right here. It looks cool. He's got like his sleep gun right there in his hand. The guy's trying to knife him in the face. This is an Al Alverson cover. The Matt Baker. This is a recent buy. Earlier this year. Matt Baker, Northwest Mounties, #3. From 1949. Matt Baker. Is this mic working? Am I using the mic? Mike, are you using the mic? Phantom of the Frozen North. Okay, 2 more slabs, or 3 more books. We're out of here. Or 4 more. Is it 3 more or 4 more? Oh, 3 more. So let's show this. This is an early. This is large feature, #12. I found this for $22 on eBay. It's pretty decent condition. This is from 1938. I don't know, but I think it may be the first Blondie in comics. I'm not sure. I thought I found out it was. This is feature book #12. These go under the radar. because there's not a whole lot of knowledge about these. These are an early series, one of the first comic book series. And I found several for $20. This is another one I found for 20. And this is one that goes for about $200 in auctions. It's number 16, but it's got an original story. And that they were all reprints at this time. There was hardly anything original. So right up there it says New Redmond Story, Red Eagle. And this was $20. I got this in 2020. And this is one I kept an eye on. I was always looking for them. Looking for auctions. And auctions, they'd always go for $200. Just really, I've never read this yet. I've had it five years. I've never read it. I did read The Blondie. So I have 2 issues of this. I love this. It's one of my favorite books, the top 10 maybe. So there was an auction. I think I fought to get this in the auction. I didn't pay very much, but it is restored, but it's a 7.0. I forget, why is it restored? Or no, it's qualified grade. So 1/5 of page 27 is missing. But I already have another issue of this that's complete, even though it's a lot lower grade than this one. It's probably like a 3.0. Great. There's that trope again. And it's one of the closest Batman ripoffs. He's got a owl car. There's an owl girl. And he's got like an owl helicopter. It's just really cool. It's Dell's Answer. It's one of the first original superheroes. What is this? What year is this? 1941. So very cool. That's the last book for today. Hope you guys just enjoyed seeing all the cool stuff. Stick around. Who knows? Maybe I'll do an edit video. Maybe I won't. Oh, I have a book I haven't even shown yet. I don't even know where it is. It's got the green turtle in it. And I forgot to show it in my last haul video. So I'll save that for another video. Guys, have a great work week. If I don't see you, read some comics, play some video games, kiss your wife, love your children, and we're out of here.